Well, good morning, everyone. Tasha here from Piximommy's Reborns. Welcome back to my channel. To everybody new, hello and welcome. Happy Sunday. So, I have baby Sabian here. To those of you new, Sabian is the Pip Sculpt by Cassie Brace. He's a preemie reborn baby, and he was actually reborn by myself, by me. He's the first baby that I have completed. So I am just, really excited about that. Second baby is well underway on my table now, and third one's gonna get started as well. So, I thought I would just make a video and chat with you all. Say happy Sunday. So little Sabian's hungry. He needs his morning bottle. So we're gonna give him a little bit of something while we chat, and then I might change him. We'll see how the time goes. So I have just a little topic, I guess, to chat about. It's nothing major, but I was chatting with a friend about sculpts, and we were talking about like the art and painting and everything. There's, I think, lots of collectors at a certain point, or at least some collectors at a certain point will start dabbling in the painting of reborns. And some of us have plans. Like I planned from the beginning. I knew I always wanted to paint these dolls, and finally it came to fruition for me after years of planning and doing kind of a lot of like quote studying. Now, I say this in videos often. I highly recommend to any of you that are new to collecting to watch some tutorial videos. They're, just click it in on YouTube, reborn painting tutorials, or reborn, how to put a reborn together, or just, anything of the sort, rooting videos. It's very, very helpful when you're going into collecting reborn dolls to have a good understanding of the process of how these dolls are made, as well as the materials and what goes into them. How much a sculpted kit costs. And a kit, for those of you that don't know, is the blank sculpt. So it's just the limbs and head of the doll to be painted and, reborn. So that's number one, because that really helps you, like when you get into looking at the cost of, all the supplies and everything. That gives you a firm understanding of, or some understanding. You really don't realize until you get going and collecting and start like buying like, weighting materials and things like that, and so on and so forth. But at least you get like some sort of, understanding of what it costs just out of pocket for an artist to create a doll. I'll get comments, like I just saw one yesterday, and it's comments we often see that, well, this person wasn't asking for a doll, but they just said, I wish these dolls, I wish I could get a doll like that for free, a realistic, doll like that for free. And they mentioned, actually, in that comment, they mentioned, it's so depressing, getting scammed all the time. And well, let me just briefly touch on that about as far as getting scammed. If you're here and you're watching my video or, Reborn Doll Collectors videos, a lot of us, my channel certainly, will talk about and share, when we share our dolls, we share the kit, the sculpt, and the name of the artist that created the doll. So if you buy from reputable artists that have references, then you don't have to worry about getting scams. Like if you're taking your money and you're sending it to, these like sites that pop up that, are scam sites and stuff, then you might as well take your money and invest it in, an artist that has references and stuff. I think the problem is people want so bad for them to be so cheap, so they will fall into the trap of getting scammed from sites that offer them for far less than what it even costs to make the doll in the first place. And that's something that's important to understand, because of course nothing in life is free, and nobody's able to, collectors and artists aren't able to, pay out of pocket to give you, something for free. It would be like asking somebody for their purse for free, or their piece of jewelry off their body for free, or whatever. Like, most people don't have that kind of money to just give away to perfect strangers on the internet, things like that. So that's something that, I think it's important for people to understand. And there's many ways, like if you're coming into the hobby, and now this particular comment, this person was really nice and they left like a nice long comment, and, they plan to, stay in the hobby and continue to watch channels. And I think that most of you all that come into the hobby and you really, really have a love of these dolls, you will in time make a way. You have to have patience and time, and sometimes it just takes time to save some money up each month until you have enough to at least place a deposit. A lot of artists will accept payment plans, and before you know it, and then also like I was suggesting, and my last video, like the new baby that I just got, my Sam, I spotted the talent of a newer artist, so her prices aren't inflated crazy. You know what I mean? So you could get a beautiful doll from newer artists, and if you look hard enough, some of them, if they're new, like sometimes it doesn't necessarily matter how long someone has been painting. Like some people just have a lot of talent, and they just don't quite, they just don't have their name out there yet. Like half the battle is, becoming known and, growing like a platform, social media and stuff like that, which can take years. So, I always will say to new collectors, like if you're around long enough and you start networking, you will start finding artists, and you will be able to, like, some of these artists will sell their work. I'm not saying this one did, but I'm just saying in general, you can find, artists that will sell their work because they want to continue to go on to Reborn. So they will sell the dolls at the cost of the kit and the supplies, what it costed to make the doll, and the price of the shipping, so that they can then take that money and reinvest it back into buying another kit and hair and some, whatever supplies to go on and make another doll, so that they could, keep making dolls, keep moving forward, keep perfecting their skills and all of that. those are the artists that you want to find, you know, if you're new in starting out and, you know, you are on a tighter budget. And then of course also there's the second market, which you know, sometimes you can score some really fabulous deals on the second market. But again, it's something that you want to then look to buy from like people that you know, or somebody that is a reputable seller within the community that even if you don't know them, you can at least get references and you know, find out about them and feel comfortable with the sale and know that it's not a scam. Rule of thumb, if it's too good to be true, it is, you know, that's that sort of thing. But I think that anybody that's really serious about wanting one of these dolls, if you stick around, you're gonna get there. So many of us, so much, like, I mean, really, really, so many of us have come into this hobby and you're kind of like sticker shocked from the prices, because if you've never seen a reborn doll or a silicone doll, and so you're just in your mind like, well, you've seen your whole life are baby dolls, and so you in your head you're like, well, that's, you know, you have a certain price in your head for a doll or even a collectible doll. So, you know, a lot of times when we come in and we see these dolls, it's kind of like a sticker shock. That goes away after a while, and after a while you will find a reborn, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the most perfect, most realistic, you know, looking baby for you to love it anyway. Most of us that started out in the hobby, I'm not saying all, I know there are some of you all out there that, you know, came in and just, you know, dropped, you know, $1,000 or more on a, you know, doll, you know, to get that ultimate, you know, realism and stuff like that. But most of us coming in started out at the quote lower end, and you know, personally, I've loved every doll that I've ever owned, including the first dolls that I've owned. Anyways, I'm kind of I wanted to talk the topic about. I'm just gonna leave that on him. The topic about, you know what I did here, just so y'all can see. I don't know if you can see. I want each baby that I make to have a little like organic, like rope kind of ankle bracelet, and I actually got these little made with love charms. I just didn't put it on his because I might get like a thinner or a different rope. But what I did actually was I took the rope from the tag of one of his loved baby things, and I have a lot of loved baby. I saved the tag, so I have a lot of these, and I just doubled it around his ankle just to make a cute little, you know, just something, because it's just my style. So anyway, I thought that was cute. It looks really cute in pictures and stuff, and it just looks all natural. And anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, I was gonna talk about how important the sculpt is, and loving, you know, loving the sculpt, loving the blank kit, the baby with no paint on it at all, just absolutely adoring the sculpt. And whether you're choosing a baby to paint or you're choosing a, you know, a baby to buy, the sculpt is everything. It's everything. You could find a baby that's amazingly realistic, and just, you know, beautifully painted and rooted. And, you know, ultimately, if you don't absolutely adore that sculpt, if that sculpt doesn't speak to you, I guarantee you're going to wind up not keeping that baby, or just not like having that what I call that magic. You know, with little Sabian here, my Pip was a sculpt that I wanted so bad from the moment I saw this, you know, sculpt, and, you know, he got released. The little face, the hands, the limbs, like just everything about this one. And I really adore the preemies. So like, I just absolutely love the sculpt. So that made it like, there was certain points when I was painting where like I was like, oh, I feel like I messed up. I should just strip him. Even when I was done, I was like, I should just strip him and do, you know, try again. But I'm looking at him and I couldn't because I already loved him. And part of that is just loving the sculpt, and I painted him in the style that I love, like especially for a preemie, you know, very red, lots of just really, really blotchy blemishes, just all of those things. And then of course, you know, finalizing his ultimate little character was rooting his hair with these beautiful, I wanted you know, a sparsely rooted, but curly locks, you know, a little longer so you could see the curls. And it came out exactly how I wanted it. And he came out exactly how I envisioned him to be. So like, can't beat that, right? But I think if you adore a sculpt, like if you get the sculpt and you're looking at the head and the limbs and you love the baby like it is, and a lot of these sculpts, if they're like really good sculpts and really detailed sculpts, they look so real without any paint on them. And that's another thing I tell collectors, start right there, buy the kit. You know, the kit's gonna run you, you know, like, I think Pip might have been listed for like, I want to say 89, but then adding a body adds another $20. So like, roughly it comes to like, usually most kits come to around like 115, 120, somewhere around there, when all is said and done. Some are more, and sometimes bigger babies are more. I mean, I think the Liam kit, like the toddler kit, he's like 180 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but just, you know, somewhere up there, or with the body and whatever. Oh, the snap is not, this one snap is no good. It's not like, well, these are, you know, I don't know if y'all are seeing this, but look at this. Snap is so loose. Oh, well, he won't be kicking around, so I'm sure we'll be okay. And this is Loved Baby, by the way, in case you didn't notice the tag I took off. And it is the sage color. And it is their preemie newborn size, so it fits up to 7 pounds, which is perfect sizing for a lot of preemie reborn sculpts or very small newborn sculpts. And then anything newborn or a little bit bigger newborn, like up to 1 month or so, their 0 to 3 months fits perfect. Like my silicone Oscar, he fits all the 0 to 3 months in the Loved Baby. But I love this sage color, and I have this color for Oscar. In fact, he's wearing it right now, Oscar. But I really thought Sabian would look really cute in it. I think he looks really nice in blues and greens. So does my preemie Declan, my little Loveland from Jen. I have to get him out. He looks really cute in blues and greens as well. And I just Loved Baby because it's just so, like, just, I love their earthy tone colors, the quality, the softness. And it's just, for me, like, they look so real for photos and stuff. And we get the snuggle factor in there as well. So, and then I have, I'll show you little Daryl quick, which is the baby that I just got, my new baby. Oh my goodness. Ugh. He is the Sam Sculpt by Gudrun Leglar, and he was reborn by Chastity's Reborn Nursery. I know a lot of you have just gotten or are getting Sams, and I'm going to tell you all, if you haven't gotten your Sam yet, you will love this. There is just nothing not to love about Sam. I'm going to tell you that right now. I cannot tell you all how much I love this baby and this sculpt. So everybody thinks Sam is so small, but he is like this, what he's in, loved baby. This is 0 to 3 months. It's the same size as Oscar. It's the same size as like, my Levi, Stellan. My Ramsey Bear, like, he's the same size as them, same size clothes and stuff. So he's just like, to me, like a regular newborn size, or even, well, some of y'all are used to big babies, but for me, he's more like definitely a few weeks old. But he definitely has that new baby look. So like, depending on how the sculpt is done, like painted and rooted, he could look like, you know, a couple weeks old or fresh out of the womb, just depends. So anyway, but I'm just definitely loving this little sweetie, and I just really love this artist's style of painting. She's got beautiful, absolutely gorgeous rooting. Like, there's just nothing not to love about this baby. So anyway, had to show the new little guy in here too. Right, buddy? Right. And his name is Daryl, after Daryl Dixon on The Walking Dead. So anyway, all right, let me bring little Sabian. You know what? I'll let you see. I'll see. Whoopsies. Both the babies. Aww. Look at these two. So these are my two newest, and one's actually painted by myself here at Piximommy's Reborns. So anyway, all right, folks. So, you know, we have new collectors coming in. This looks awkward. I'm gonna put Daryl down. We have new collectors coming in, you know, all the time, or definitely popping on our videos and stuff all the time. So it's just something I like to talk about a lot, because I know that you know, a lot of new collectors will visit my channel kind of looking for information and where to go. So also, if you would like a lot more information and to be able to ask questions and take part in my live chats, I do my exclusive live streams in my channel membership, as well as, you know, tons of exclusive content and other perks. So if you want to support my channel, come on in. It's $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel it at any time. You must be 18 years or older to join, but for less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, come on in. You know, it's a fun place, to be, especially seeing everybody's doing a lot of their socializing online these days, as well as, you know, there's artists in there and collectors that are at all different stages of their collecting. And there's tons of bonus material, because of course I am sharing my entire journey of painting with my Pixie squad, so that, you know, there's like all the behind the scenes of that. And if you're not up to joining, still make sure that you go and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you never miss another video, because I post out here. I've been posting at least several times a week, maybe even more. So anyway, it's always great to hang out with you all, chat dollies. I've been just loving all of the dolly chat. I know there's like a big topic of, I don't want to say topic of controversy, but just a big thing going on in the community with the sculptors that everybody's talking about. So I know you all are probably waiting and wondering, is Tasha going to talk about it? And I might. I know that other channels, have talked about it, and, I don't know. So, you know what? Let me know in the comments. Do you all want to hear like my take on it or do a discussion? If I do a live discussion, it's probably going to be in membership, but we'll see. But let me know in the comments, and let me know in the comments where you are in collecting, or when you started out. Like, where did you start out as far as like what your first doll was, like what it looked like, and what kind of price range was it in? I just really want to encourage new collectors. You don't want to see people come in and jump right onto like jealousy, like, oh, I'll never be able to have that, and then they, kind of somehow get sour. Like, there's just, if you're patient and you're really passionate about, these dolls and this hobby, like, you will definitely get there and find the baby of your dreams. And the baby of your dreams changes as you go along, but you will start out, trust me, with a baby that you absolutely adore. If you just listen to some good advice, find some reputable artists, so, or collectors as far as secondhand to purchase from. And I'm going to talk about that too, about purchasing from artists that perhaps that you don't know who they are. They may not be reputable, and you may wind up paying quite a lot of money, but it's still within your budget or whatever, for a hot mess, when you can easily go and find an artist that's selling babies at the cost it is out of pocket, or somewhere in and close to that, and get a nicely painted doll. So like, it's just a matter of research, and network, and stick around. It's worth it, and you will definitely wind up having a baby in your arms that you are happy with. All right, everyone, we will chat more, and thanks for being here. Until next time, God bless.